Sacred?
The one in the supermarket?
Suture.
Suture.
Thank you, nurse.
You're welcome.
From Car World and...
The ABC presents Graham Kennedy's R.S. Playhouse. A deep and meaningful...
various age...
Written by Gary Reilly and Tony Sattler. The work silently beckoning.
And there it was, just as I promised, this week's Macca's Gonna Make It blast track, Slim Dusty singing Beethoven's Fifth Symphony song. And with the time coming up to 9 o'clock, this is Mac, your bouncing, breaky boy, snap, crackling and bubbling off till 5:30 in the AM tomorrow morning. But don't go away, because right after the 9 AM time tone, it's your very own ladies' man of the morning to gentle you through to noon. See ya.
Here he is, your ladies' man of the morning to gentle you through to noon. Bob Good and the Good Morning Show. It's a good morning.
Good morning, universe, and to you too, girls. This is Bob Good and the Good Morning Show. And have I got a great Good Morning Show for you? And this morning we're going to be talking about macrame breeding and goldfish pressing. Dr. Laurie Drock's new book, Sex for the Lazy. Plus, we'll be talking to famed child psychologist Little Timmy Webster, age 6 3/4, about the problems of Kimby addiction. Not to mention an exclusive interview with visiting super mega star pop idol, and he'll be here soon too. And my special phone-in-depth discussion subject, today's God. Is he all he's cracked up to be? And now let's get a good start to a good morning with my good buddies' latest good gold, the Bee Gees.
Jeez, I feel shit-ass.
Bob, the mic's open.
I'm dying and nobody cares.
The mic?
Pat my head.
Bob, the mic.
With your norks. Jeez, you've got beautiful stuff.
Bob.
Look, I'm a professional DJ. I know how to do DJ things. DJ the record on, DJ the microphone off. On check, off check. Now, knock my head.
No.
You didn't say no last night.
You didn't come home last night.
I did.
You were visiting your wife.
I was visiting my son.
Your 2-year-old son stays up all night.
He's an insomniac. He's got an identity crisis.
What?
Me. He doesn't know who I am.
I thought since you moved in with me, you were through with your wife.
So did she, but I got drunk.
You bastard. You mean you actually...
Kim, I don't really want to talk about it. Give me a coffee. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
You got today's weather report?
Hang on.
Here's your coffee.
Well?
Can't find it. Read yesterday's.
Okay. Jesus, this coffee's awful.
I haven't put the water in yet.
Pour it in my mouth. In your hands, a cafe bar's a lethal weapon. How can you forget to put the water in the... Well, have we got the news?
No.
Why not?
The paper boys on strike.
The paper boys on strike. What do they want? A slipping off the pedal allowance? I don't believe it. What's the country coming to? Now we've got a union where the shop steward wears Kimbies and threatens a mass crawl out. What about the teleprinter?
Paper boys have thrown a picket line round it.
What?
They've declared it black. They reckon teleprinters are an insidious tool of electronic imperialism designed to make their Morven stars redundant.
Pimply little swap card carrying communists. Well, what are we going to do for the news?
Read yesterday.
How can I read yesterday's? It'll all be out of date. Half the African nations would have changed their names again. I reckon they should just have numbers. Every time they have a revolution, they change their names. Of course, you know it's a plot. They're financed by the Reader's Digest so they can sell more atlases. All the African chiefs are getting a free barbecue and $1,000 a week for the rest of their lives.
I've got last week's Women's Weekly.
Oh, terrific. Our lead story's going to be Tammy Fraser digs a hole without a hat, closely followed by the riveting news that Ita Buttrose has designed a pikelet shaped like Tasmania. God.
Oh, I'm only trying to help.
It's really Mickey Mouse radio, isn't it? No weather, no news. I'd complain to the management if I knew who they were. I always thought it was that little grey-haired guy I met in the lift every morning who kept saying, keep on the good work, until I asked for a rise.
What'd he say?
Nothing. Took me to the 12th floor. He was the lift driver.
I was going to leave you last night.
Well, why didn't you?
You didn't come home. Besides, it's my flat. I pay the rent.
I help you?
Oh, sure you help. You blow the cheque dry.
I've got commitments. I've got a wife, a child, and a broken marriage to support. Not to mention a V8 Rover that's just gone out of warranty, bloody car.
And what's wrong with it now?
Everything. Last night I stopped suddenly and all the paint fell off. Still, at least the horn stopped blowing. You know, I don't think it's a Rover. I reckon it's a P76 in drag.
Do you really love me?
Of course I love you. I sleep with you, don't I?
When you come home.
I always come home. It's just that some nights it's a different home. Look, can we leave this till we get home? I can't read this. They've got to be joking.
What?
This commercial. Listen to this. Don't put off buying that new car any longer. Rush on out today to Arnold Swain's Auto Jungle, where prices are slashed to rock bottom during their Pope John Paul Memorial Clearance Sale.
You're joking.
Listen, now it goes on. This week only, in remembrance of the late Pope, all the new cars are heavily discounted, plus with every purchase you get absolutely free, a beautiful black velvet cushion-bearing hand-painted portrait of His Ex-Holiness. I can't read that. The microphone will turn into a pillar of salt.
Stand by for weather.
Well, it's a good day for good weather, and the good weatherman says the temperature's going to climb steadily throughout the day to an expected maximum and then ease right on back to an overnight minimum. We should have a fine day, except for showers if we have any, and the barometer's steady on the wall.
Good time.
And the time is 9:06, and that's the time, girls, that every morning I like to ask you to stop and reflect for a moment on your family's innermost needs. Yes, chump chops, pork chops, lamb chops, loin chops. Out they go today at any one of 500 Bertie's Barnyard Butcher shops. Yes, girls, it's a real chop barganza today at Bertie's Cut Price Meat Boutiques. Don't miss those old-fashioned sawdust on the floor prices. No wonder other butchers call him Bertie the Bandit and Bertie the Butch Ranger. Where the other butchers charge like wounded bulls, Bertie only takes the healthiest and happiest gentle-eyed cows and slaughters them himself, so there's no middleman to make a killing. So hurry on down to Bertie's Barnyard Butcher shops and get in for your chop. And remember, when you shop at Bertie's, you're supporting a good cause, because Bertie has pledged 10% of his waste offal and bone trimmings to charities throughout the length and breadth of this great nation.
Good music.
Here they are, Wings!
Have we got it right this time?
Yes.
Water?
Yes.
Sugar?
Yes.
2?
2.
Oh, my God, it's tea. What happened to the coffee?
You ate it.
Have we got any weather yet?
No,
Well, can we find it?
no. Why don't you read
Yesterday's weather. Jesus Christ, no wonder we're losing ratings. There could have been a cyclone for all I know. Here I am telling them it's a great beach day, and they're all swimming around their living rooms doing a Shane Gould off the mantelpiece.
Do you want to go back to your wife?
Kim, look, I don't want to talk
Well,
about...
do you, Bob? Do you want to go back to Janine?
No.
Well, why did you spend the night with her?
Oh, just habit. I got drunk.
How?
Through the mouth. How do you get drunk? How does anybody get drunk?
I thought when you moved in with
Look,
me...
we'll talk about it later.
When?
At the pub. Now what are we doing?
After this, you've got good shopping.
Who is it? Not Graham Penhall. Oh, he keeps touching me when he's talking. Besides, his glass eye really throws me.
No, it's the guy from Eastworld Shopping Dome.
Leslie Stewart? I bet he wears Oraton jockets.
She's here.
Where?
Hi, Bob.
Hello, Leslie.
You ready for me now?
Yes, Leslie, come in.
Travelling.
Jesus. And if we ever get rid of Leslie, what do we do then?
God. God, it's your open line subject.
Oh, God again. Whose idea was God?
Reg James and promotion.
What are we doing, God mania?
Reg says God will pull ratings.
God's got a single on the charts?
Morning, all. Oh, Kim, you look just gorgeous. What have you done to your hair?
Nothing.
Keep doing it, dear. It's gorgeous. Morning, Bobby.
Hello, Leslie.
Where do you want me?
Over there.
Oh, I swear to you, city traffic is getting just worse Oh, is this all right for you, Mike? Testing 1, 2.
Good, Leslie.
Thanks, dear. Worse every minute. I was stuck behind this vast Bedford truck thing for 20 minutes. My poor little Mazda just about expired all over the place.
Good, Leslie.
Here we go.
Speak to me.
Shut up, Leslie.
Good shopping.
And with the time coming up too, it's time to talk to our good shopping man, Leslie Stewart, about today's big happenings out at East World Shopping Dome. Good morning to my old mate, Leslie.
Morning, Bob, the old mate, and good morning, ladies.
Well, what's happening at East World Shopping Dome today?
Well, let me tell you, ladies, it's more a case of what's not happening at the Dome today. I'm glad you asked, Bob, because I can see you're just busting to know. Girls, I implore you, do your nasty old washing tomorrow. It's terrible drying weather.
It's raining outside, is it?
Cats and dogs, Bob. So, girls, come into the air-conditioned comfort of the Dome for Monday, our gala day. At 10 o'clock, we have our popular three-legged races. And, of course, the four-legged races for pensioners. Lots of hampers to be won there.
Sounds like fun, Leslie.
Oh, a real scream, Bob. And then at 1 o'clock at the Crystal Crescendo Fountain Amphitheatre, we have, and this really is thrilling news, you loved them so much last Monday, we've got them back again. Yes, a world-famous Tasmanian Tiny Tots banjo band.
Sounds like fun, Leslie.
Oh, the Tiny Tots are terrific, real little troopers. Oh, and by the way, I've had letters from some mums concerned that the Tiny Tots should be at school. Well, rest easy, girls, because they're not really children. They're dwarfs with school bags. Which brings me, Bob, to today's after-school panto for the kiddies, Snow White and the Six Dwarfs.
Sounds like fun. More dwarfs?
Oh, look out at the Dome. We're up to our ankles with dwarfs. Dear little things scurrying around everywhere.
Snow White and the Six Dwarfs, Leslie. Sounds like a new production.
Yes, Bob, it's changed since last Monday's performance.
Why is that, Leslie?
Sneezy got sucked into the fountain turbine, shot him 150 feet up the Crystal Crescendo.
Sounds like fun, Leslie.
Well, it was more spectacular than fun, Bob. The problem was getting him down.
How did you do that, Leslie?
Turned the fountain off. And bingo, Snow White and the Six Dwarfs. And girls, don't you worry. I heard only this morning that Sneezy will be back with us in 6 weeks, God willing.
Sounds like fun, Leslie. Now, what's today's East World Shopping Dome Good Morning Show special?
Well, it's one specially for the ladies, Bob, and here it is. Isn't it beautiful?
It certainly is, Leslie. How much are you selling those for today?
Normally, Bob, $10.99. Today, and today only, girls, $2.99. A fabulous saving.
That's really a great bargain, Leslie. Don't you miss this one, girls. Just $2.99. What is it?
A patio wig. Just the thing, girls, to wear for home entertaining. And look at the colours, Bob.
Fun colours.
And flame-proof, too. And when you put it on, like this...
It's got a music box in it.
Isn't it wonderful? No more tedious record changing at parties. You've got music wherever you go.
And only $2.99 at East World Shopping Dome today. Okay, Leslie, see you next Monday.
Bye-bye, Bob. Bye-bye, girls.
Good music.
Renee Gayer.
Only a journey.
How was I, Kim? I feel so drained.
Terrific, Leslie.
Turn your wig off, Leslie.
Oh. Bye.
Have we got the bloody weather yet?
It's raining.
How do you know?
Leslie said so.
When?
When you were talking to him.
Well, that was on air. I don't listen to him on air. I don't listen to me on air.
Phone on line 2.
Good morning, Bob. Good morning show. Oh, one moment. It's your wife.
Tell her I'm not in.
Don't be ridiculous. You've got to talk to her. Here he is now.
Hello, Janine. What do you want? Well, I can't talk to you now. That was last night. Oh, just out of habit, I suppose. Well, I got drunk. Through the mouth. How does anybody get... Look, can we talk about it later? Well, at the pub, of course. I got to go. Goodbye, Janine. Jesus.
I thought we were going to talk in the pub.
We will.
When?
I don't know. No wonder I'm becoming a drunk. Every woman I know drags me into a pub. What happened to the old-fashioned stroll through the park?
Okay, we'll go to the park.
I don't want to go to the park.
Why not?
It's not licensed.
Bob, please, I'm trying.
Mike, have you got any aspirin?
Bob.
No.
Bob, will you listen to
I'm
me?
I'm listening.
Will I...
How about some Alka-Seltzer? Got any Alka-Seltzer?
Bob.
No.
Bob.
I'm listening.
Okay, Bob, darling, I need to know if you're going to stay with me or go back to Janine because...
How about a gherkin?
Because, Bob, it's not...
I don't have a gherkin.
Bob.
Listening.
Because it's not fair on me.
What do you
or
mean?
Janine.
What do you mean a gherkin?
If you...
Gherkins are great for hangovers. How about
If
it?
I had a gherkin, I would have taken it. I don't have a gherkin.
No, but I've got one.
The hangover?
No, a gherkin.
Well, why ask me for one?
Will you two please shut up with the gherkin?
Don't you shout it.
Christ's sake, Bob, will you listen to
I'm
me?
listening, I promise, yes.
Bob, you're going to have to make a decision. It's not fair on your wife, and it's not fair on me, because, well, I've been trying to tell you all morning that, well, darling, I'm pregnant.
Stand by.
21 minutes past 9 on the Bob Good Morning Show. And this segment of the program brought to you by Whammo Laboratories, the makers of Whammo multivitamin capsules. Ladies, do you get those days when you wake up feeling tired, run down, pregnant, listless? Well, here's a healthy tip. Just one little Whammo a day picks you up and gives you a real baby. Lift. When you take Whammo, no longer will you wake up dreading the thought of facing another wife. Day. Because only Whammo contains 28 essential minerals, vitamins, and Sunday paper headlines. So don't panic, worry. Take Whammo and change your name. Life.
Good music!
Dr. Bertram Hook, Wayner, Dr. Hook, and walk right out. In.
Walk right in. Sit right down.
Jesus.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Are you sure?
Sure of what?
Nothing.
I don't understand.
Forget it. Kim, are you absolutely sure?
What's going on?
Yes, I'm sure. The doctor rang this morning.
But how? Well, I know how,
I've
but
got the guy from Whammo Laboratories on the phone.
tell him we don't want any. If you'd been taking a pill, none of this would have happened.
He wants to know why you told the women of Australia Whammo makes them pregnant.
Tell him it's a slip of the tongue.
Some slip.
Well,
What are you going to do?
Well, I...
Some tongue.
Shut up, Michael.
He wants to talk to you.
Tell him to stick his pills right up his...
He's here.
The Whammo bloke?
The God bloke.
What bloody God bloke?
My God, it's the bishop.
What bishop?
The open line bishop.
There's a talkback church?
No, the bishop's here for the open line subject. Remember, God is he all he's cracked up to be?
Oh, yeah. You better bring him in. Get him a coffee.
We haven't got any coffee.
Why not?
You ate it.
Well, give him a beer.
He's a bishop.
All right, we'll make it wine and a Sayo cracker.
Good morning, Your Grace.
Good morning, Miss... or is it Mrs.?
I'm not sure. Now, if you'd like to sit over...
Bob, your wife's on line 2 again.
Oh, for crap. Okay, Mike. Hello, Janine. No. Not now. I can't talk now. What? It was a slip of the tongue. An accident. Look, please, go away. I do want to talk about it, but not now. Goodbye. Darling, sorry about that. You know, marriage problems.
Your Grace, Bob the bishop.
Pleased to meet you, Bob. Now, the plan is to talk about God in non-specific general terms. You know, let's not get onto what he looks like and all that stuff. We'll be here for months. And keep your answers short and punchy and a few jokes if you can. Okay, Bob?
But
Don't worry about it, Bob. Just take your cue from me.
But my name is...
Nothing wrong with it. Same as mine.
No, Bob, you call him Your Grace. Your Grace?
Yes, my dear?
Nothing.
Oh.
You got that, Bob?
Sure. Grace, gotcha.
Are you all right, my son?
Yes, fine. I've got a few problems, you know, marriage.
Yes, it's always marriage.
Stand by for open line.
Okay, girls, here we go. The good line number's 2121-2000, and I'm very honoured to have as my guest in the studio my very good friend Grace Bishop. Morning, Grace. And our good line subject this morning is marriage. Yes, it is now, marriage. And the number is 2121-2000 to talk to me or my good friend Grace. And let's take our first call. Hello, you're on the good line.
Is that Bob Good?
Yes, sir, speak to me.
Yes. Well, I'd just like to say publicly that I think that what you've done is disgraceful.
Who told you? I mean, what are you talking about?
Now, my company makes Whammo pills.
The pill. The church.
No, Grace, wrong pill.
Hello? I said Whammo pills don't make you pregnant.
That's the pill. The church frowns strongly upon...
No, Grace, no. He's talking about vitamin pills.
Vitamin pills don't make you pregnant.
That's right.
I don't understand.
I'm sorry, sir. Wrong subject. We're discussing marriage today. Goodbye.
I thought it was God.
No, it was the man from Whammo.
Who?
Let's take our next call. Hello, you're on the good line.
Bob?
Yes, ma'am. Speak to me.
Bob, I'm so confused. It seems I'm left with no alternative but to talk about our marriage on air.
That's what we're here for. You want to tell us about it?
Well, my husband left me and our 2-year-old son to go and live with a girl he works with.
Uh-huh.
And then last night, he appeared at our door, drunk, and slept with me. And now he says he only did it out of habit. person.
Well, that's quite a problem you've got there. Why don't you talk it over with our marriage expert, my good buddy Grace Bishop? Talk to her, Grace.
But, Bob, I don't...
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
I want to talk to Bob.
She wants to talk to you.
What we've got here, Grace, old mate, is a very disturbed woman. I'm not really qualified. I think you should handle it.
Hello?
Bob?
No.
Look, who are you?
I'm not sure anymore.
I want to talk to Bob.
Bob says you should talk to me. What's your problem?
Our marriage.
We're not married. And is that you, Muriel?
No.
If it is you, Muriel, I tell you again, those photographs are fakes and you won't get another penny out of me.
No, it's Janine.
Who?
Janine. My name's Janine and I'm married.
No names, please. No names, Janine or Janice or whatever your name is. It's the first rule of talkback. Anonymous. Anonymous all the way.
Is it?
It is now.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Is that Grace Bishop again?
I'm not allowed to tell you. Anonymous all the way. Right, Bob?
Right, Grace.
Will you please listen to me anyway?
I'm listening.
It's my husband. He left me, but when he gets drunk, he comes back and sleeps with me. He says out of habit.
What's his name?
Bob.
No names, please. Go on, my dear.
So confused.
I can understand that, my dear.
Well, he left me and ran off with this girl he's working with.
Go on. This is getting interesting.
And he only makes love to me when he's drunk.
Are you sure that's not you, Muriel?
Pardon?
Nothing. Go on.
And I've got a little boy of 2, and I find it very hard to explain to him why his father only comes home when he's drunk.
Your little boy has a drinking problem?
No, his father has.
And who is that?
The man I'm talking about.
Ah.
That's not you doing a funny voice, is it, Bob?
No names, please. Besides, my name's Gerald.
I thought your name was Grace.
That's my radio name, I think.
No, I wouldn't be surprised to hear he's got his girlfriend pregnant. He's a real bastard.
No names, please.
So, Grace, what would you do if you were in my situation?
I really honestly don't know. You see, I've never actually been pregnant.
Oh.
Kim, what do I do? It's my wife on the phone, Janine. She's telling the whole world I'm a bastard.
Just cut her off.
I can't cut her off.
Why not?
Then they'll know I'm a bastard. What am I going to do?
Marry me.
Think of someone else for a change. Now, what am I going to do?
Divorce her, marry me.
No, I only like you, but I'm sober. I can't stay sober for the rest of my life. Besides, sobriety is no basis for marriage.
What about our baby?
He's too young to drink.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, but please help me.
How?
I've got it. A suicide call.
What?
A suicide call. Go into the next room and ring up and say you're going to kill yourself, and I'll have to save you.
Why?
So I can cut my wife off the air and save you because it's an emergency.
Why am I committing suicide?
Because if you don't, I'll kill you.
I won't do it, Bob.
If you don't, you're fired.
What about our baby?
He's fired too. Now go and do it.
All right. Will you marry me then?
No. Go on.
Bastard.
Now, do you feel better now?
No, just confused.
So am I, but at least we've talked about it.
Sorry, Grace, old mate, but I'm going to have to cut you short. I'm sure that even this terribly disturbed young lady will appreciate that a suicide call must have priority.
Suicide?
I'm sure you understand, ma'am.
No, Bob.
Yes, you do. Goodbye. Okay, let's take the suicide call. Hello?
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 Don't jump.
I'll handle this one, Grace. Okay, honey, let's talk about it.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, God.
And he won't marry me unless I kill myself.
Don't jump.
Now, listen, honey, this is a life or death call. Do you understand what you are saying?
Yes. You won't marry me because you're sober. And our baby doesn't drink, so you fired him and me.
Now, listen to me, Kim, or whatever your name is. Pull yourself together. Now, where are you?
I'm in the next room looking through the window at you.
No, you're not. You're on top of a building, or you're going to throw yourself under some drugs or something, aren't you?
No, I'm in the next room looking through the window at you, and I've got a gun.
Don't be ridiculous.
Good heaven, she is too. Look.
Kim.
Good time. Good time. Good time.
Good morning. Your wireless is tuned to the Grace Bishop Morning Show. Ladies, do you wake up feeling tired, listless? Take new Whammo.
The Good Morning Show was written by Gary Reilly and Tony Sattler. You heard Graham Kennedy, Jackie Weaver, Tessa Malice, Max Meldrum, Graham Ross, and Ross Higgins. Sound effects by Steve Collins. Recorded and engineered by Michael Byrne. Produced by Gary Reilly and Tony Sattler. Executive producer, Julianne Ford. Graham Kennedy's R.S. Playhouse is an R.S. production for the ABC.